This is Corey Martin, meteorologist with the National Weather Service office here in North Platte with an afternoon update to our multimedia briefing for the potential for severe weather over western and north central Nebraska Saturday afternoon, evening, and into the early overnight hours. We'll begin this briefing by taking a look at the basic atmospheric setup for the severe weather expected today. Little has changed from the forecast from last night as we're still tracking a powerful up-level pressure system deepening over the central Rockies, which in turn is helping to form a surface low pressure system over eastern Colorado. The combination of these two systems is helping to stream deep moisture into the high plains, which is helping to raise our instability to fuel storms later today. This instability, combined with the presence of the upper level jet stream over the area, will provide for an explosive environment for thunderstorm development, which could help bring us a busy day of severe weather across the area later today. We'll now take a look at the updated Day 1 outlook from the Storm Prediction Center, which still shows a moderate risk for severe storms over parts of western and southwestern Nebraska, with a slight risk area covering the rest of the forecast area. Narrowing on the more specific threats, we will look at the tornado outlook, which the Storm Prediction Center has expanded their area of greater concern to now cover the towns of Mullen and Ogallala, with also the possibility for tornadoes covering the rest of the forecast area. Of other concern is the potential for significant hail in excess of 2 inches in diameter, which is outlined by the hatched area seen in the hail outlook. Also of concern is the potential for severe winds. The SPC has shown that over southwest Nebraska there is a greater potential for winds to exceed 70 miles an hour. As we did yesterday, we'll quickly go over what these risk outlooks from the SPC mean. We'll start with the slight risk as essentially a statistical probability of severe weather occurring. However, it does not mean that storms will only be slightly severe or that there will not be any tornadoes. To put it shortly, if you are in the slight risk area, it is very important that you pay attention and be ready for severe weather to occur in your area today. And now look at the area of heightened awareness that the SPC has outlined with their moderate risk, which indicates that more widespread and possibly significant severe weather is expected, and typically only a few moderate risks are issued per year. The moderate risk area does not mean that you should panic at this point or that tornadoes are the only hazard. In fact, today we are expecting significant hail, which could be just as deadly at times as tornadoes. If you are in the moderate risk area today, make sure you are prepared to respond to any and all forms of severe weather. So once again, we're going to narrow in on the threat specific to our area, with severe weather expected to develop here within the next few hours over far western Nebraska. And gradually these storms will move off to the east during the evening hours. Any storm that develops does have the potential for hail greater than 2 inches in diameter, damaging wind gusts, and tornadoes will also be possible. The area of concern for greatest tornado potential is generally in western and southwest Nebraska, from the Mullen area southward through North Platte and Ogallala, down to Imperial and Stockville. The primary timing for the tornado potential is in between 5 p.m. and 9 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Once we get into the overnight hours, our instability will decrease and the tornado potential will gradually wane off. However, storms will still have the potential to be severe, with hail greater than 1 inch in diameter and damaging winds in excess of 70 miles an hour. We'll conclude this briefing by going over what you should do to prepare in advance of this severe weather situation. It's important to ask yourself the question, what will you do if you get a warning? How will you get that warning information, and where will you go? It's important today to pay attention to local forecast updates throughout the day, as conditions during a severe weather situation could change rapidly. Please plan accordingly, especially if you have planned outdoor activities. Good outlets for severe weather information include a NOAA weather radio, trusted local TV and radio, and also on our website at weather.gov/NorthPlatte. Additional forecasts and safety information can also be found on our Facebook and Twitter pages, so make sure to give us a follow. This concludes the afternoon update to the multimedia briefing.